Ladies and gentlemen, our event will begin at 9:30 a.m. Please be reminded to mute your microphone upon joining and keep it on silent at all times.
Please scan the QR code on the screen to access the Lex Day program book.
Bila tekak anda sakit sampai minum air pun rasa pedih?
Our event will start shortly. Please be reminded to mute your microphone at all times.
The Negaraku and Putra Gemilang will be played shortly, but you may remain seated. We also encourage you to switch on your cameras and we thank you for your patience.
Please scan the QR code on the screen to access the Lex Day program book. A very good morning to our honorable guests and everyone who is watching this live from Facebook and Zoom Live. Welcome to Lex Day 2025. I am Alisa.
And I am Kistina. We will be your MCs for today's event.
So, how's everyone doing today? Let us know your mood right now. You may use the reaction button and comment if you have anything you'd like to share with us.
Wow, so many students are joining us. I hope all of you are just as excited as we are. We can't wait to share with you guys the amazing lineup we have prepared for you today.
I know, right, Christina? I can feel the heat of the excitement right through the screen.
Exactly, Alisa. With that being said, shall we start our event?
Of course. Let's not get too ahead of ourselves before we move to our first session. Ladies and gentlemen, let's start the event with the national anthem Negaraku and Putra Gemilang.
Now, let us welcome Mr. Muhammad Azwan Mahazir to lead the dua recitation.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Al-Fatihah. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين آمين. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على سيدنا محمد أشرف الأنبياء والمرسلين وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين اللهم أنت السلام ومنك السلام وإليك يعود السلام فحينا ربنا بالسلام يا سلام سلمنا أجمعين وجعلنا من عبادك الصالحين. In the name of Allah, the Beneficent, the Merciful, praise be to Allah, Lord of the worlds. Let your blessing and your peace be on your servant and your messenger Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam and on his family and his companions. Allahumma ya Allah ya Zal Jalali wal Ikram. On this glorious day, in conjunction with our event Lax Day 2025, we uphold our hands to pray gratefully to thank on your infinite favor to us till we can live in peace and harmony to perform our tasks as your servants. O Allah, we ask your blessings to make this occasion a success. Allahumma ya Hayyum ya Qayyum ya Dhal Jalali wal Ikram. You are the mercy of the mercies and you are the Lord of the universe. Give us mercy from your presence and shape us a right conduct in your plight. We ask for your knowledge, which is beneficial, and sustenance, which is good, and deeds which are acceptable. O Allah, help us to remember you, to thank you, and to worship you in the best of manners. Forgive us, have mercy upon us, guide us, give us health, and grant us sustenance. ربنا 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 آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار وصلى الله على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين والحمد لله رب العالمين.
Thank you, Mr. Muhammad Azwan Mahazir, for the beautiful dua. May our event go smoothly today.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's introduce our honorary guests who have graciously accepted our invitation to join us today. Yang Berusaha, Dr. Azima binti Abdul Aziz, Head of English Language Proficiency Division, Calc UPM.
Yang dihormati Puan Siti Nurbaiti binti Yahya, Program Director for Lax Day 2025, Deans of Faculties, all committee members, staff, and students that are present here today.
Honorable guests, ladies and gentlemen. Now, I would like to invite the Head of English Language Proficiency Division, Dr. Azima, to deliver the opening speech. Please welcome.
All right, thank you, the MCs. Right, so Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Yang dihormati Puan Siti Nurbaiti Yahya, Program Director for Lax Day 2025, our language instructors, students, and everyone present here today. So, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and a very good morning to everyone. Right, so ladies and gentlemen, have you ever looked at someone speaking English fluently, debating complex ideas effortlessly, or writing a brilliant essay and thought, wow, they are just naturally excellent? Now, where did this excellence come from? Is it a natural gift or an innate talent? Is it genetically inherited from parents who are brilliant orators and proficient wordsmiths? The answer is about 2,400 years old, when a Greek gentleman by the name of Aristotle was to have said, "We are what we repeatedly do." Excellence, then, is not an act, but a habit. We are what we repeatedly do. Think about that. Our identity, our skills, our very self isn't formed in a single dramatic moment. It is forged in the countless small choices we make every single day. Usain Bolt, for example, he isn't defined by one race, but by thousands of hours of training. Adele, the famous singer, isn't defined by one concert, but by years of daily practice. We also have our local Datuk Sri Siti Nurhaliza, who sings, and when she does it beautifully and effortlessly. While yes, she has the talent, but Siti needs to practice. Siti Nurhaliza has been singing for almost 30 years, but still, she makes it a habit to practice and train her voice every day. So, ladies and gentlemen, I've gone from Aristotle to Siti Nurhaliza. So, what is my point and what is the connection with Lex? Also, how does this apply to our students who are non-native speakers of English? I will come back to Aristotle. To him, excellence is not an act, but a habit. This is the key. True excellence in anything, including mastering the English language, is not about giving one remarkable presentation or writing one perfect paragraph. It is about building consistent, positive routines. It is about making English practice not just something we do, but as part of who we are. This is why our planned LEX activities aren't just random tasks, they are carefully designed opportunities to build those excellence-forming habits. Consider what LEX provides. LEX provides weekly micro-practice. Small, frequent actions build strong neural pathways faster than infrequent class sessions. Think of our LEX group discussions. Repeating these turns new words and structures into automatic tools. Habit builds fluency. LEX also provides active participation. Simply showing up isn't enough. Excellence requires engaged doing. When we repeatedly prepare and contribute to group discussions, we are not just talking, we are building the habit of communicating complex thoughts under pressure. Habit builds confidence. So, ladies and gentlemen, will it be easy? No. Forming new habits takes conscious effort, especially when tackling a complex skill like a language which is not our mother tongue. There will be days we feel tired, stumble over words, or struggle to find the right phrase. There are also logistical issues like getting our LEX group together to find the best time to meet. That is all right, because Aristotle did not say excellence is perfection. He said it is a habit. The excellence lies in the consistent effort itself, in showing up and doing the work repeatedly, even when it's hard. Every time we choose to participate, to practice, to try again, we are strengthening the habit of excellence. Therefore, I would like to take this opportunity to congratulate the LEX Day 2025 committee for organizing this event that showcases the efforts to improve our students' English language competency. Video recording of discussions about scientific discoveries, restaurant reviews, parodies, or even poetry may look small or irrelevant to some, but these are small steps towards English language excellence and competency. I would also like to take this opportunity in advance to hail all students involved in today's program and congratulate those who have won the various competitions organized, which the winner will be announced later. It is hoped that all insights and knowledge gained through the LEX program will be rewarding in your long journey, which begins once you leave the grounds of UPM. So, ladies and gentlemen, In the beginning of my speech, I mentioned Aristotle, the Greek philosopher, scientist, writer, and thinker. He may be long gone, but his words remain true. I will repeat those words again. We are what we repeatedly do. Excellence, then, is not an act, but a habit. On that note, ladies and gentlemen, I hereby declare open LAX Day 2025. Sekian, wabillahi taufiq wal hidayah. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi and selamat sejahtera. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Azima, for such a beautiful, heartfelt speech.
Welcome to LAX Day, a special day where learning becomes an adventure and English comes to life outside the classroom. Here at University Putra Malaysia, students move forward in every way. Evening exercise, good friends, and fresh air. A perfect start to a great journey. And of course, nothing brings people together like food. Whether it's local flavors or international bites, every meal is better when shared. Language is more than just words. It's expression, creativity, and connection. From poetry and performance to art and imagination, our students bring English to life in their own unique way. Creativity knows no limits. With just some color, paper, and teamwork, magic begins to happen. Whether it's a presentation or a formal event, our students shine with confidence, ready to take on the future one step at a time. And yes, we sing too, because confidence grows when you have fun, and learning becomes unforgettable when it's filled with joy. At the heart of LAX is communication, sharing ideas, solving problems, and supporting one another. This is where leaders are made. LAX Day is a celebration of language, learning, and the amazing talents of our students. So welcome to LAX Day, where we learn together, apply what we've learned, and express who we truly are.
But that's not all. Today we're overly to present LAX Talk, where our students and language instructors come together to share their journey with LAX. From shy first steps to confident speakers, bold thinkers, and creative leaders. They'll tell us how LAX has made a difference. And today is also about celebration. We will be announcing the winners for the following exciting LAX activities very soon. LAX 2007, Get Groove. LAX 2009, Language Art. LAX 2011, My Comic Strip. LAX 2019, DIY Project. Create new LAX competition.
Let the language adventure begin.
That was a remarkable montage, don't you all think so?
Yes, me personally, I can't take my eyes off the montage the moment the music kicks in. Well, now we have yet another interesting session named LAX Talk. As you all know, LAX is a platform that allows students to engage in many interactive language activities. We have DIY Project, Let's Play, Karaoke, Poetic Society, and many more. In this segment for this year, we will hear Calc teachers, UPM students from both Bintulu and main campus to share their experiences. Are you excited?
Yes, so let's welcome the LAX Talk MCs. Take it away.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum. Good morning, esteemed guests, fellow students, and members of the UPM community. Welcome to LAX Talk, where we delve into the transformative power of the language activities, or known as LAX program, in shaping the leaders of tomorrow. I am Kisina Maisara, and it is my privilege to be your moderator for today. We are honored to have with us two outstanding UPM students who have actively participated in various LAX activities. They will share their experiences and insights on how these programs have contributed to their personal growth, especially in their leadership development. Before we hear from our panelists, let us briefly explore what LEX program entails. Administered by the Center for the Advancement of Language Competence, CALC at UPM, LEX activities are designed to support English language learning beyond the classroom by encouraging students to actively use the English language in meaningful and real-life contexts. These activities aim to enhance students' communication skills, critical thinking skills, cultural awareness, and leadership potential. Some of them include LEX 2007 Get Groomed, LEX 2009 Language Art, LEX 2011 My Comic Strip, and LEX 2019 DIY Project. Each activity gives students the chance to explore their interests while developing practical language skills that are valuable for personal and professional growth. Now let's turn our attention to our panelists. Please welcome Ms. Fadlina, a business school student currently doing her internship at Bank Negara, and Mr. Ilham, a UPM executive student and a student representative. Let's find out how LEX has helped shape their journeys. So, my first question to the both of you, we will start off with Ms. Fadlina first. What was the most meaningful LEX activity that you have participated in, and what made it stand out?
Okay, Assalamualaikum and hi everyone. My name is Fadlina Adini, as per introduced by our beautiful moderator just now. So to answer your questions, the most LEX activities that really stood out to me was LEX 2043, which is Let's Play. So honestly, when I first joined it, my first thought was, okay, games, this should be chill, but it's ended up being much more than I expected. And then, throughout these LEX activities, we have played a lot, we have laughed, and we have learned a lot about teamwork. And this makes me realize that learning doesn't have to be serious or formal, but sometimes the most meaningful lessons comes when we are relaxed, be present, and enjoying all the moments together. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Ms. Fadlina. So for you, LEX was nothing but chill, but it was fun. However, it still equipped you with the knowledge that you need. What about you, Mr. Ilham?
Okay, for me, I would say that LEX 2032 will be healthy life, and it's really important for a student because they have to maintain their academic, and especially for me, I'm an executive student. I'm also a student representative. I have to maintain my leadership responsibilities. At the same time, I have to maintain a healthy lifestyle also. So basically on physically and mental well-being also, I have to take care of my part, because it's really important for a person to really focus on their healthy life. No matter what, we have to really, if we doesn't focus our healthy life, then in future there will be any problem might cause in future. So that's what LEX really helped me for healthy life.
So as for your experience, LEX helped you to maintain your physical and mental well-being.
Yes.
Thank you so much for your answer. Now moving on to our segment 2, focusing on Ms. Fadlina. So you are currently doing your internship at Bank Negara, which is amazing. I am so proud of you. And looking back, how did LEX help you prepare for that internship experience, especially in terms of your communication and also teamwork?
Okay, Alhamdulillah. It's been a great journey so far at Bank Negara Malaysia, and actually, I would say that I was very grateful to be there. And in terms of communication and teamwork, so actually I have looking back to the LEX experience, so this LEX have gave me a lot of experience for me to prepare for this internship. So in terms of communications, like when we looking back at the LEX activities that I have gone so far, so when we learn to talk clearly with other people, and also collaborate with different people from different personalities, so from that it makes me becomes more confident and being more adaptable with mingling around with someone that we didn't know. So in terms of teamwork, from that last activities given for us, like certain tasks, so from that we can see the teamwork between us and our members, to ensure that things goes well and we can present it. And looking back to the actual purpose of LATS is actually, for me, what I understand is the LATS actually wants help students to practice their English, to practice their second language, right? Because when we back to our college or we are talking with our friends at the cafe, we usually use Malay to talk, or like Chinese or Indian, they will use their Chinese language or Indian language, right? Rather than English. So this is for me one of the initiative to help us to communicate in English, because it is important when you jump into the working environment or likely working in a corporate world. So English is very important. Yeah.
So for you, your LACS experience really helped to cultivate your communication skills and also your ability to work in a team.
Yeah.
So my next question for you is that just now you mentioned about your internship experience. What about your internship interview? How did LACS help you to prepare for your internship interview?
Okay, so actually before my interview with Bank Negara Malaysia, I was really nervous because, as we know, Bank Negara Malaysia was a very big company, right? Like, oh my god, this is very hard to get entered that company. But Alhamdulillah, I have my LATS experience to rely on, because when I have undergo my interview session, I didn't have to pretend like someone I'm not, because I can rely genuinely on my own experience with LATS and my personal experience, like handling group conflicts, communicating with other peoples, and acting on how when things didn't go as we planned. So in this moment too, I would give a shout out to CAL2 for also have a course for CEL 2106, which focus on resume and interview, because this really help us to really help students to structure their answers, polish their resume, and also help them to understand what actually interviewers want. And also we have the other LATS, which I didn't remember the code, but the Let's Get Groomed, also one of the activities that help students to prepare and get know on how to dress nicely and be dressed well, properly and professionally for an interview. Yeah.
Right, thank you so much. So it is amazing that we get to see how LACS really help you to be confident in your own skin and also how to present yourself professionally. So my last question for this segment for you is that, was there ever a time during your internship when you realized that you're using the skills that you gained from a LACS activity, maybe in a meeting or when you're working with a team?
Okay, yes, absolutely actually. So I have several experience when I am doing my internship at Bank Negara. So one of the experience that I think I have applied the skills that I have developed through LATS is when I successfully managed to organize a departmental event called the RO Engagement Day, where we gather all the departmental risk officer across the bank for a full day engagement and training session. So this event required a lot of a good coordination with multiple stakeholders, communicating with different people, and ensuring a smooth logistic. So this felt similar because I can relate it with my LATS experience when dealing with different students on agreeing on something. So this make me comfortable and I didn't have to be like someone. I didn't like shock. So I am comfortable with the situation. So yeah, and also like in the meeting, I have to stood out to present my own project to the various level of manager, like the manager, the director, deputy director. So this prepared me to be more confident to talk to them, even though they are like much way like more high reputational than us and than the interns. So that's a good experience actually. Yeah.
Wow, that is amazing. Like I could not imagine myself being in your position, having to deal with all these higher ups, top boards and everything. But alhamdulillah, thank God you have Lex activities that equip you with all the skills that you need.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Ms. Fadina. Now, for our next segment, for Mr. Ilham. So, what difference has Lex made in your university experience, considering your unique schedule as an executive student?
Okay, as an executive student, usually I have night classes, which is 6:30 to 9:30, which is really crucial. And morning I have to work for the student affairs office. Yeah, so basically I have to amend all the paperwork of the students and submission to the TNC and the higher officials to be the paperwork to be get done and approval, all these things. And when I'm telling the students, like, you have to change before the deadline, like submission deadline, and the events is so getting near to the their like dates that they want to plan the event, so they might have like miscommunication with me. So through Lex, I'll be able to like really strengthen up my communication skills and really help me a lot. Like, how could I manage to like avoid those miscommunications at that office, and also how to encounter all these problems, like on using the right words to be used to the student when communicating, not only for the students, even I'm communicating with the student affairs officials.
Yeah, as for you, Lex really helps you to enhance your listening skills and also your communication skills. As you mentioned earlier, you have to choose the right choice of words, or else there will be more conflicts. And we do know that you are also a student representative. So how has your experience in Lex prepared you to lead and also to represent your peers?
Okay, for example, I just recently done a project called Food Bank in my faculty, School of Business and Economics. I have to invite all those external sponsors. I have to persuade them, and I have to have a frequent meeting with those with my members who are working with my project, like Food Bank, to get the students like sufficient breakfast on the morning. And also, like as you said, I have to listen carefully the students' perspective and also be a good listener. If I don't be a good listener, I won't be able to communicate well, and the two-way communication won't happen in that way. And also, because of Lex, it really helps me how to understand their what they want to try to say to me. Like as a leader, I have to improvise, and the communication skills and being good listener is really important. And through Lex, I learned that.
Yes, for Lex also improve your critical thinking skills, because you need to be quick, you need to solve the problems that the students are telling you. So, my last question for you in this segment is, did Lex help you to become more confident in leading meetings or speaking to larger groups?
Yes, I do. Like recently I have event also. It's called JMK, which is Jom Masuk Kampung. Sorry for using Malay words here. Alright, it's like there was an event, like they called me as a student representative, and they made me to be MC because there wasn't MC available on that day particularly, and I have to out of my comfort zone, and I have to do as an MC manager and MC. So it's like totally it's not on my field. And the participants will be not only local students but also international students, because their culture and the way they speak, their accent will be totally different, and the choice of word especially, I have to really need to understand the words they will be using, because some words cannot be used with the international students because it might cause conflicts. So I've really learned through, it's called Lex, and helped me a lot to understand and communicate well and strengthen my communication skills as well, and how to really make them to get engaged throughout the event.
So in this case, you're saying that Lex really helps you to build your confidence and improve your vocabulary as well.
It does.
That's amazing. So for our last segment, for the both of you, we'll start off with Ms. Fadina first. Now that you have experienced a few Lex activities and have seen how they have supported you in your current role and also your journey, what are the words of encouragement which you share with the students who are just starting or are currently taking part in Lex?
Okay, thank you, Christina. So, okay, as someone who has gone through several Lex activities, I could confidently say that Let's really help me to shape to who am I today, both personally and professionally. So my advice to all students who are interested to take the LEX activities or currently participating. So my advice is stay committed, be active, and also please try something that you haven't tried yet, because we are still young, and it didn't give you a waste to try something new. And also back to the main purpose of the LEX is to help us to practice our English. So please practice makes perfect. So English is a good language, and we will use it everywhere, especially when we are in a working setting where we need to talk in English professionally with them. So yeah, that's all.
Thank you so much, Ms. Fadlina. What about you, Mr. Ilham?
Okay, my encouragement will be my advice, can be encouragement or anything, which will be definitely I will ask the students, I mean, in their perspective also, LEX will be burden definitely, because learning the LEX, it doesn't have a credit hour. It's not going to help me like in terms of pulling up my CGPA like a bit more higher or something. Maybe at the early stage, even I myself think that I think it's a waste. Why don't we just quit the class? But when I'm going through all the courses and everything, the modules and learning and catching up with the classes, it really helps me to be confident. It really helps me like in a fun way learning English, and it strengthens my communication skill with confidence, and like even improve my write-up skills as well. So it really matters how do you going to take it like in terms of your benefit. Don't look at it's going to burden you, but in future you will be someone who are able to communicate well with confidence, and that will be my word for the students.
Thank you so much for your words of encouragement. So basically, there is no knowledge that is go to waste. So cherish every moment, learn everything that you have to learn, and in this case, it is LEX. So do not see it as a burden, as what they both have mentioned earlier. This is not a burden. This is what these LEX activities are trying to equip you with all the necessity skills that you need when you are working later on. So, thank you so much, Ms. Fadlina and also Mr. Ilham, for your inspiring insights. Your journey shows how LEX activities ignite growth and also leadership. To our audience, take the first step, as LEX offers a real-world experiences that build confidence, communication skills, and also critical thinking skills. For more information on upcoming LEX activities, please visit CALC website at calc.upm.edu.my. Finally, let's lead with purpose and build tomorrow's leader today. As the saying goes, great leaders don't set out to be a leader. They set out to make a difference. That is all from me. Thank you.
All right, let's take a break from the LEX talk. It's time for the LEX trivia segment. Trivia MCs, over to you.
Thank you, Christina and Alisa. Assalamualaikum and hi everyone. We hope you are all having a blast at our LEX Day 2025 event. I am Danya, and together with my partner here, Harith, will be your MCs for this year's LEX trivia session.
We promise to make it fun. Yes.
If you have taken part in any LEX activities in the past, now is your chance to shine. So get ready to put your memory to the test. Harith, did you know that LEX Day is a special annual event organized by the CALC to showcase the creative and English language projects that students have worked on throughout the semester as part of their LEX activities?
Yes, I do know about that too.
So, you know we've got an exciting lineup of LEX-related questions for all our participants. Ladies and gentlemen, get ready to showcase your knowledge and have some fun.
That's right. And let's not forget that there will be prizes for the winners. Danya, I'm sure many of them are curious. Why don't you do the honors?
With pleasure. Now, ladies and gentlemen, trust me when I say that any of you could easily win. Remember this, 1 round, 2 questions, and 2 winners. Simply answer the given question correctly. If your name is selected, you will be rewarded with RM30 worth of goods for every session. Now, before we start the first trivia round, Harith, how exactly can our participants join the fun?
I'm glad you asked, Danya. Here's how it works. First, you must join our Facebook Live via the posted link. Now, it is very important that you are ready to type your answers in the comments section. We'll then read a series of questions about any LAX activities. All you have to do is to submit your answers in the comment section. Be sure to write your metric number followed by your answer. I repeat, all answers must start with your metric number to be accepted. For example, A12345 LAX 2009 with LAX 2009 being the answer. I repeat again, A123456 LAX 2009 with LAX 2009 being the answer. Simple, right?
That's right. There will be 3 rounds of LAX trivia with 2 questions in each round, which means everyone has a chance to be one of our 6 lucky winners. If you answer each question correctly, that exciting prize can be yours. It's everyone's game, really. But how will the winners be selected, Harith?
The winners for each round will be selected by the trivia team based on the fastest, accurate answers. The key here is not just speed, but accuracy too.
Oh, everyone must stay alert then. If I may, while referencing one of the famous characters' quotes from the Harry Potter series, Professor R.J. Lupin's "One's at the ready," I guess for today, it's fingers at the ready. Am I right, Harith?
Ha, that's clever. You're absolutely right, Danya.
All right, so Harith, are you ready?
I'm certainly am, Danya, but I don't know if all our participants are ready though.
Participants, if you're feeling confident, type a fire emoji in the chat right now. So let's see some fire emoji. You have fire?
I don't see any fire here. Please light up your comment section with fires.
All right, if there's no fire, you can give us a heart or even like or happy face. Let's go.
Yeah, we want to see your comments, your emojis.
Okay, we see some fire from Run Midcore.
No more fires, please. I need more fires. Okay, I think we already here.
All right, I see some fires and some smiling emojis. That's the spirit. So let's go.
I also see here in our Zoom. Okay, I hope our participants are also ready to write their answers in the comment section of our Facebook Live. Without further ado, let the LAX trivia begin. Danya, together with me, round one. All right, fingers at the ready. Question 1. Please name the LAX activity which requires you to create creative items from used materials. I repeat again. Please name the LAX activity which requires you to create creative items from used material. Send your answer in the comment section. Remember to write your metric number followed by your answer. Okay, do we have any answer here?
Yes, I see one from Princess Yusmanira. LAX 2019 DIY project. That's what Munira said.
Well, is that true? Is that the answer we're looking for? All right.
Okay, we've got multiple answers here, and they're all saying it's LAX 2019.
Sure, are you really? Okay, remember everyone, write your metric number and your answer.
Okay, that's pretty fast. So we've already got the winner for question 1, and it is Princess Yusmanira 214671. Lex 2019. That's correct. Congrats to you. Trivia team will contact you via email after the event. So Harith, give us the second question. Let's go.
Question 2. How many comic strips does one need to produce for Lex 2011? Let me repeat. How many comic strips does one need to produce for Lex 2011? Drop your answer in the comment section. Simply write your metric number followed by your answer.
Any typo will not be accepted. So let's see who's got the fastest and accurate answer.
Okay, I see here Hafiz Imran said 2. Is there any more answer? Ooh, we have 5 from Shahmi. More answer, please.
Is there any more answer? Could be
Oh,
6, could be 5, could be 0.
I think it's 10. Okay, Alif Murad said 6. But please remember, guys, do write your metric number first, then your answer. No metric number, no selection for your winners. Okay, well, Hafiz Marni got it correct. Yes, the answer is 2.
Awesome and good job to Hafiz Imran 215238. Good job.
That's the end of round 1. You are all amazingly good at this.
Let's give ourselves a big round of applause using the clapping hands emoji in the chat. Let's go, clap, clap.
Clap to yourself too. It is now time for some inspiration with the Let's Talk segment slot 2. Over to you, Ms. Zurhanis.
Thank you so much, Harith and Dania. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and a very good morning I bid to everyone. Welcome to Let's Talk session 2. I am Ms. Zurhanis Hamim, and I shall be your moderator for today. And streaming live from Calc, we have a wonderful set of panelists with me today. And I'm certain that the audience would want to know more about you guys. Let me first introduce you, Mr. Rafil. Okay, Mr. Rafil is one of the most seasoned English language instructors in Calc. He started his professional career as an educator in Muar before joining UPM in 1999. Am I right, Mr. Rafil?
Yes.
That
correct.
is basically 25 or 26 years ago. His hobby is reading. He enjoys reading Tolkien and Gabriel Garcia Marquez.
Correct.
I've never read them. Perhaps you will want to suggest few titles to me later on.
Sure.
All right. Okay. And then we have Dr. Tan Wee Chun. Dr. Tan Wee Chun is also an experienced English language instructor in Calc. He has supervised many language activities before, and his favorites are Lex 2005, Karaoke English, as well as Lex 2015, Have Food Will Travel.
Yes, that is correct.
So he enjoys singing and eating. Am I right?
That's right.
Okay.
Yep.
And he believes that English language learning should be done in smile, fun, and relaxed.
That's correct. Yeah.
I couldn't agree more with you. And lastly, we have Madam Fauzia Hanim. Okay, Madam Fauzia is another dedicated academic that we have here. She has been serving for more than 28 years, if I'm not mistaken. Almost, okay. And at Calc, she played a pivotal role in managing LAX for nearly 8 years. And as the unit coordinator, the LAX team has developed a wide range of innovative LAX activities to meet the students' needs and trends. And her efforts have significantly elevated the profile and impact of LAX within UPM. And as for now, she is the chair of LAX moderating committee at Calc. Correct?
Yes.
All right. How are you guys doing today?
Wonderful. Great.
All right.
Yeah.
So today we're going to be talking about how LAX actually builds future leaders among students. And without any further ado, I would like to start the segment with the first question to Mr. Rafil. Okay, Mr. Rafil, given your experience that you have in English proficiency courses, Can you please share with us on how do you actually assess the effectiveness of LAX in improving students' English communication skills?
Okay, thank you, Ms. Hanis, for that challenging question, I would say, given the nature of LAX itself. Right, first of all, there are three things we need to consider when assessing a language activities. Number one would be looking at observable behavior. Number two, patterns of interaction, quality of the interaction. And number three, long-term progress. Okay, so within that three matrix, so to speak, would be things like fluency, things like what you call this, vocabulary used. What else? Can't remember. There's some other features as well. There's 3 or 4 more. It's a long list. Okay. And if you look at it, LAX, for what it is, it's just a discussion session. All right. Now, why is it, before you go into the evaluation or the assessment part, the reason why we have that LAX was, I need to clarify that, because that is the only platform that allows them to use the target language.
Yes, correct.
Obviously, they're not going to talk to their roommates in English. All right.
Yes.
You won't see a situation where one day a UPM student goes to that corner goreng pisang stall near Tasik Serdang
And speak English.
and talks to the makcik goreng pisang. Makcik, can you give me $2 worth of goreng pisang?
Like to see that happens.
It will never happen.
Yeah, the makcik will look at the student and consider whether to throw the banana at the student, or she would say, oh, what a pity. This UPM student is speaking to me in English. I cannot understand what he's saying. Student must be stressed from all the work and all assignments. Could be due to LAX as well. Anyway, I'll give him some free goreng pisang. Now, obviously, she wouldn't say that. She would say, "Gapa dia budak ni cakap orang putih dengan aku?" Tak say, tak faham. Bengong budak ni. Sial. Bagilah, saya bagi free sebutir 2 goreng pisang. So, those are the cultural and social challenges faced by ESL students in Malaysia. So, there's no platform for them to try out the language. So anyway, they have to be forced. So it is prescribed to them. Try it out with your friends in a very anxious-free environment. No one's watching you. Okay, so back to the assessment bit. I'm sorry, it's a very long prologue there. So obviously, they will record the discussion. It comes to the instructors. We have a look, and we will comment back and say, this is what needs to be improved and what needs to be done. So that's basically. So the assessment is mostly due to the instructors' view and comments on their interaction behavior and how they go about their discussions. Okay, but as a benchmark, I would say, because LAX, or rather the individual LAX, would have its specific instructions where they have to achieve some sort of objective. So let's say in the case of LAX language art, for example, 2009, yes. Okay. For example, they might have to come up with a poster. Okay. So if they do come up with the product itself, it means that they have communicated their ideas to each other. They have conveyed the instructions well among each other, and they have successfully come up with the product. So what does it mean in terms of communication competence? Message has been transmitted. Everyone understands and objective is achieved. So that I count as a success. All right. So that is basically how LAX activities would be assessed. I hope that answers that question.
Yes, definitely, Mr. Rafi.
Forgive my Kelantanese accent for any Kelantanese around here. Do forgive me. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Rafael. I couldn't agree more with you, because sometimes the informal training that they have to go through when they're having discussion is the one that helps them to progress the most. Okay. Thank you, Mr. Rafael, again. So the next question is for Dr. Tan. Dr. Tan, how long have you been monitoring LAX activities?
Okay, hi, good morning, everyone. Thank you for asking the question. I have been a Lex supervisor since 2015, and if you do a bit of maths, I think it's about 10 years now. And for this current semester, supervising 2 Lexes, have football, and at the same time, to be Eureka, or scientific discovery.
All right, thank you. Your experience, what advice do you give for current and future students going to take more Lex activities in the future?
Okay, so as a Lex supervisor, I've seen many videos, discussions, and also from many students. So I just would like to offer 3 tips for current students and also for students taking Lex in terms of time management. So I hope will be able to coordinate their time when they are scheduling for their Lex discussion. So that would be each other, making sure that they show up for the recording, right? So that would be tip number 1. And tip number 2 will be, I hope students will have good project management, right? Because an activity where the students would have to get together to complete a particular task, whether to come up with a product, come up with a poem, or to come up with a music video. And all these require coordination and also require each different member to play a part in order for them to have a successful Lex activity, right? So that is tip number 2. And for tip number 3 is that I hope students will be able to deliver extemporaneously. So what does it mean by delivering extemporaneously? Because Lex, after all, is an English language activity. Like what Mr. Phil mentioned, it is a platform for students to actually practice their English and use the target language, right? So instead of going to the pisang goreng store and asking the makcik, can I have some pisang goreng, please? Perhaps the student can go there and say, can I have some banana fritters, please, right? Who knows, right? The makcik might surprise you, might reply, absolutely, darling, right? Here you go, right? Have some banana fritters. Yeah, so use the English and try not to just have the script and read from the screen, right? So because can be a bit spontaneous, no problem. That's what Lex is all about. It's not like a structured, rigid, like a classroom academic English. No problem. Make mistakes, right? Have some and all that during your speech, and all that. No problem, right? We actually welcome that. The idea is for you to use the language. Okay, so these are the 3 tips that I offer to current and future students.
All right, thank you, Dr. Tan.
Can I just add something? Sorry.
Yeah.
Right, that bit about being spontaneous now. One common comment from the instructor is that the language discussion seems to be scripted.
Because they are reading.
Yes, okay. And I say to that, tak apa, let them be. They are using the language. They have arranged the discussion in a structured way. So they're using the form and the structure. Okay, they're reading, fine. But through assimilation, through absorption of the structures and whatnot, they will learn something in the end. So I don't think we should berate them for preparing or making the discussion seem scripted, because they're still learners if you think about it. So to be able to speak, to say something, to discuss in itself is an achievement for some of them.
Yeah, because
All right.
some are really weak.
Yes. So they need that scaffolding. They need that help. So it's okay. Let them use the script. At least they're learning something, absorbing the material, the structures, and the form. Thank you.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more with that. Sometimes they just need to prepare themselves in order for them to deliver.
Yes.
And there's nothing wrong about it. Okay. All right. Thank you so much, Dr. Tan. Again, moving on to Madam Fauzia. Madam, Lex has grown so big and important in nature to UPM and especially the UPM students. And you have been integral in developing CAP to what it is now. So how does that make you feel?
Okay, thank you, Ms. Johannes. Okay, good morning, everyone. Thank you for being here as well. Yeah, you're asking me such, I think you know the answer to the question. Definitely, I feel very, very proud and happy to see what Lex has become now. And when I say I don't mean myself. I'm talking about the Lex team. Yeah, we have worked together, the whole team. And Mr. Rafi is one of our oldest team member. Yeah, he has done so much for the for Lex, yeah, and even our chair for today, yeah, Ms. Zohanis as the one of the Lex supervisors, right? So everyone has done so much for Lex, and I think I feel very happy. Definitely, I'm very happy to see what Lex has become now, and because we started with just a few Lex activities, yeah. Way back in 2011 when we first started CALT, and then we designed the course, yeah, and then now we have more or less plus minus about 30 Lex activities, yeah, plus some have been shelved, some we have new one coming, yeah, and we have new more. I think we have several more because we have those, or some of you may have won the Lex Create Lex competition, so we have more very soon, inshallah. Yeah, and the team have worked so hard, so we try to diversify the team, okay, for the discussion, and not just to develop your communication skill or speak your English language proficiency, but also to develop other things. You learn a lot of other things. Yeah, how to interact with makcik just now, makcik goreng pisang. So, yeah, should you say, saya nak goreng pisang, saya nak banana fritters, what do you say? Yeah, so I find that is, to me, so far the progress, and to see almost every student in UPM, we say that, okay, would say that they have done Lex. I think I can't describe the feeling. It's just like overwhelming, actually. I think the team should be proud of themselves, and also the student for being a part of Lex.
Don't cry, don't cry.
And to imagine that every UPM student, they really have to take up on Lex activities. So they're basically, with us in this.
Yes.
Despite the massive development that Lex has gone through, is there, still any improvements or developments that you would like to suggest to make it even better?
Okay. To me, as I've said, yeah, the team has actually developed Lex. Yeah, we have diversified the activities, yeah, the discussions, teams, and so on. But I think what we need to do next is make it spread Lex, not just outside, to go outside, not just within UPM walls. So I think it's time maybe the current team can consider developing Lex activities that will include the community. Yeah, so I think that's something that we don't have at the moment. Yeah, so maybe they can conduct or arrange some activity, develop some activities that they can do with the community, and they share their experience to the Lex discussion. And we know that UPM stress on community engagement, UPM stress on ihsan, and so on. So it's time for us to make UPM more visible and also make CALT more visible by bringing the student to the surrounding community. We don't have to go far. Okay, I remember I had one group, they actually went all the way out to Malacca and they had fun. Okay, and well, if you have the money, by all means goes, yeah. Let's have travel, so that's fun. But maybe what we can start, we have a lot of surrounding community, the needy community, especially around UPM, and I think that will expand, okay, our student knowledge and also create, a sense of responsibility more in them. Okay, what do you think, other panelists? You agree with me?
Yeah, I fully agree with Liam Fauzia. Although we need to proceed with caution when it comes with doing Lex activities outside of the campus. I think recent developments, as you can see, has shown us that certain things will have to be monitored carefully. Certain things have to be carefully designed and discussed with the relevant authorities before we can proceed. Because when it involves outside people, outside communities, those are the things we need to look at. I'm not giving specific examples, but that is in general.
Yeah,
That's
I
a bit of
agree
caution. That's it.
because safety is one of the things that we actually consider when we develop any Lex activities. And I think maybe perhaps this can be reserved for semester 5 students, for example, onwards, not semester 1 students. So something. So, so make it Lex more challenging as they, they move to project progress. Yeah, maybe that would be interesting.
Yeah, I agree. As we progress, we have to consider a lot of things. All right. Thank you so much, Madam Fauzia and Mr. Rafil. Let's go back to Mr. Rafil. Okay, as a senior teacher, you know for sure that the goals of Lex are noble and meaningful. And we know that students have a lot on their plate. They have to do a lot of courses. They have to do, students' activities in the college. So what challenges have you observed over time in encouraging students to do better or to participate actively in lab activities?
Thank you, Ms. Hanis. The main grouse, I would say, or issue I heard is that trouble in scheduling, what you call this, opportune time for everyone to, part of the LEX group to be available for each meeting. Okay, that's one. There are also other issues like communication problems when some members prefer to keep quiet and do not communicate either with with their members or the instructor themselves, even though it's already on Putra Blast and all means of communications are available and open to them. Okay. Also, another one will be, of course, that they wouldn't say it, but they think it's a burden. Lex is a burden. Okay, I put it this way. In my class, I would tell the student, Lex itself is an opportunity for you to try out the language. It's an opportunity for you to make mistakes and learn. You want to make mistakes? You do it here in university when you're learning, and you can learn from it. Not when you're already out there working. Not when you're already responsible for bigger, other things as well. Right? Life will be hard. Over here, you only worry about your assignments, your deadlines. You leave the campus, once you graduate, you start working, you get married, you get children, the pressure will pile up. There'll be other things as well. So use the time here in UPM for whatever it is that you have to do, including LEX, as a training ground for you to learn to manage all these pressures, to learn to manage your time, to prioritize, because all this will serve you in good stead once you leave the grounds of UPM. So that is what I would say. Problems will be there. We also have problems, but we have to manage somehow. All right? So those are the challenges. And if they would to tell me all those, that is what I will say to them. Take it as a training session where you will train yourself for other bigger things once you graduate.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I couldn't agree more with you, because at the end of the day, it goes back to how we manage time. Same like what Dr. Tan just mentioned. As long as you're aware of what your responsibilities are, you need to learn how to manage time. And if you know that there are certain struggles that you have to address, then address them, efficiently, constructively, so that there shall be progress. Acknowledging that, I have trouble in time. I just have so many things to do. It does not solve the problem.
That's
So
correct.
it needs to be, addressed, acknowledged, yes, but the most important thing is how do you manage that? All right, thank you, Mr. Raphael, for the feedback. Okay, let's go back to Madam Fauzia. This is the last question actually that I have for every single panelist. So, Madam Fauzia, what long-term benefits do you foresee for students who consistently engage in LEX activities? I will start with you, and then we move on to Mr. Raphael and then Dr. Tan.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Hanis. I think it's just a continuation of what has been said by Mr. Rafi just now. Yeah, when we talk about LEX, okay, I think the list of benefit is endless. Yeah, you can just add into the list, and you know that there will be something else new that you learned. Yeah, and when we talk about LEX, time management is one of it, definitely. Yeah, it's good that they have problem. If they don't face any problems while they actually plan for the LEX meeting, then they don't learn. Honestly, to me, it's good that they have problems. Because the students are grouped randomly, so they come from different faculty, they have a different background, different age group. Some are local, some are international, so it's not easy. Yeah, especially when they have to hear the different accent. And I think that's the only place, LEX, the only place that allows them to make new friends. Yeah. From a student across faculty, across disciplines, across, I would say now, they go abroad now, internationally. We have, in your group, we have students from China, students from Sudan, Malaysian, Indonesian, and so on. So when we talk about their skills, yeah, definitely the main aim of Lex is to improve language proficiency. But at the same time, since they have to set their own discussion time, meeting, yeah. So it's not easy, yeah, because when you have 10 or some like you have 15 students, in order to find a slot to negotiate a slot to meet, yeah, and then when you have set the slot, suddenly, oh, my car break down. Oh, I have to go back. Something, an emergency happens. So what you need to do? So this is where the student learn the negotiation skill. They need to learn how to not just negotiate, but the others at the same time, they also learn how to show empathy. That is one of UPM trust, yeah. Ihsan. How do you feel towards other student? Yeah, do you just proceed? Because you know, if you miss one Lex meeting without any reason, then it's TM. You mean you have failed. So as a group member, will you allow that to happen to your friend? Or are you willing to reschedule and make sure everyone work together to make sure everyone passes Lex, yeah? So that's the skill. So apart from that, of course, definitely, when some Lex activity requires you to do to produce a product. It's not easy. Some of the students, they have good computer skill. They know how to edit video. Some are a bit crafty. Some a bit creative. Some you have different skill.
Sneaky.
Yeah, right. So this is when they actually have to utilize each other's skill. Yeah, and at the same time develop their skill. I do not know how to edit a video, but with Lex, since I'm supposed to post a video, I learned how to upload the video. I learned how to edit the video and do a lot of other things and put names to appear on the video. Seems very common, but many students do not know how to do that. Yeah. So these are the skills when you start working, when you leave UPM. So that's why Mr. Rafiq just now, you go beyond UPM, you start working in the workforce. These are the skills, okay, that the employer will value. You have soft skill, a lot of soft skills here. Degree, everyone has a degree. Some of you can speak well, but I also have all these skills. I'm able to this.
People skills.
People skill. I think that is
And
one of the most important skills to survive in the workplace, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Okay, Mr. Tao, maybe you would like to add more to that. Other time, Mr. Rafiq?
Oh, okay, sorry. Oh, didn't realize I had the mic. Okay. What was the question again, Ms. Hanis?
What kind of benefits that you need?
Oh, okay. Right. Thank you. So, what kind of benefits from Lex itself, is it? Okay.
In the long run.
In the long run, right. I would put it like this. Obviously, with any language programs, the target or the objective is to make you be proficient in another language, i.e. being bilingual or even multilingual, all right? So I see three things there. If you are, you know more than one language, there are three things. Number one, professional, achievement or progress. Number two would be cognitive benefits. Okay, I'll explain more. And number three would be cultural enrichment. I think number one, professional advancement or progress. I think that's well understood. I mean, obviously, employees who are proficient in more than one language would have an edge over others, and obviously would progress further upwards. Okay, being bilingual or multilingual will also help you in your thinking. And this is the cognitive aspect. Actually, it helps in making decisions. You would know different ideas and concepts because they might come from different sources, different languages, and you understand better, and therefore the decision making would be faster if you reach up to a certain level in your professional life. I think there's some studies which also show that being multilingual helps in slowing down dementia.
Correct.
I'm not sure how it works. I don't have the actual sources to cite. Yeah, so that is another thing, apart from playing Sudoku. The last part would be cultural enrichment. So if you could use another language, be it in English, French, or Spanish, since you're focusing on English, so it would be nice to know what Sabrina Carpenter is saying through Espresso. She means more than coffee, I think. But it's okay, all right? So it helps you in understanding other cultures, other lifestyles, and perhaps make better decisions when you know what she's talking about. Okay, so those are the benefits of, or rather the things that you can gain from having knowledge, proficiency in another language.
Yep.
In this case, English. Thank you.
Yes, correct, Mr. Rafil. If I can just add something to what you have just mentioned, I couldn't agree more when you said that it gives us many benefits in terms of cognitive, in terms of health, right? When we talk about cognitive, it teaches us on training our brain how to perceive a certain concept, a new concept or a new idea better.
True.
Because when we learn a new language, it's not just about the language. It's about the culture. It's about the people that comes together with the language. So, you end up with a lot more than what you think. It's not just language. It's not just the structure. It's not just the grammar. It's everything. Language is part of our life. So you are learning the life itself. All right. Thank you, Mr. Rafil. What do you think, Dr. Tan?
Okay. Thank you, Ms. Anis. I think what you said is really true, right? About when we think about the benefits of LEX or LEX itself, it's actually giving the opportunity to students to experience life, meaning before they actually step out of the university to work. Simply because at the workplace, they will come across different people from all walks of life, and they have to deal with them. But by engaging in LEX activity, they had an early exposure, right? Especially like what Puan Fauzia mentioned earlier on, students have to not just communicate with the local Malaysians, and they do have to deal with international students, like say from China and from other countries. And that actually helped them to sharpen their intercultural communication skills, right? Where they have to adapt and they have to say things that will be taking into consideration not to offend people. And for example, when they're doing Have Food Will Travel, when they're reviewing the food choice and all that, they do have to consider, right? Like maybe food preference or because of religion and all that. So they have to say things that will be sensitive to a different group of people. So I think intercultural communication competence would be a benefit that actually LEX activity can help to actually support students. And that is one main takeaway, right, for LEX. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with you, Dr. Tan. They get a mixed bag early on from campus, and it prepares them,
for what is to
for
come.
what
Yeah,
is in the future. And it goes back to our theme for the day, how LEX actually prepares the students, our UPM students, to become the future leaders. All right, thank you so much again to all panelists. I think we have learned a lot from our panelists today. And that marks the end of our second session. We hope everyone benefits from our session. And till we meet again on the next LEX Day, I am Zurhanis, and thank you so much, everyone. Back to you, Trivia team.
See you.
See you guys.
Thank you, Ms. Zurhanis, and welcome back to another round of LEX Trivia, everyone. That was really inspiring. We hope all of you found the sharing session insightful.
Now, who's ready for round 2? If you are, show us some love with the heart emoji in the chat. All right, we want so much of your heart emoji. Come on, guys.
Let's give it a heart.
Yeah, give it a heart.
Emoji.
Come on, more heart emoji.
Okay, I see some heart emojis. Yay! Okay, that's what we're talking about, Harith. Let's go. Round 2.
I don't see the question 3. Where's the question 3? Hello.
All right, question 3. Give one example of an acceptable occasion for a grooming video in LEX 2007 Get Groomed. I repeat, give one example of an acceptable occasion for a grooming video in Lex 2007 Get Groomed. Let's see who's our lucky third. Like before, do write your matrix number followed by your answer. And remember, fastest fingers first.
Okay, let's wait for a lot of answers. For me, I believe during eating.
Okay, that's what you said. But here we have Shahmi Mukri. He said job interview.
Oh, that's a good guess. But are you sure this is the answer that we were looking for?
Come on, anyone else? Let's give it a go. Give it a guess. Maybe you could win this.
Maybe during social event?
That might be correct.
Come on, guys. We want some answers. Where are you guys?
Come on, just one example.
Ooh, we have here Cornelius saying that during formal dinner.
Is there more? Or we only have two? Job interview, formal dinner. I believe that's more. Wedding
God.
ceremony.
I like that. It's a wedding ceremony. Hopefully it was
Okay.
mine.
There's three answers here, so I think we're going to need the team to help us with the answers, don't you think?
Yeah, I do so. Let's see if we have a winners. Okay, looks like we have a winner. The answer will be is job interview by Shahmi Mukri 217334. Congratulations. Be sure to check your email from the trivia team later.
Way to go, Shahmi Mukri. Okay, now let's proceed with our next question. Question 4. What is the main objective of Lex 2013? I repeat, what is the main objective of Lex 2013? Submit your answers in the comment section now. As usual, only answers written with your matrix number are accepted.
Ooh, this one look easy. May I join them in the chat, Danya?
If that's allowed, Harith, I'd be the first to answer, but no.
That's true. Now, let's check if we have our winner yet. Ooh, looks like we have our answer first. From the same person. Oh, very good. Quite fast. Princess Yusmanira said that to know what students do after 5 p.m.
However, Princess Ismanira had answered just now, so why not we give this chance to another person?
But we appreciate you, Princess Yusmanira, for your participation. Right? Thank you so much. But please, can we give the cue to another person?
Suhaila Rashidi, she said to explore students' activities after 5 p.m.
Ooh, it's the same answer as Princess Yusmanira. But is it the same one? Is it the correct one? Okay, we see here from Izumi Chan. Said that produce video recording of UPM students' activity after 5 p.m. All right, you guys have almost the same keyword there, activity after 5 p.m. But are you sure this is the correct answer? Yeah, I like to make it like this.
Christina, you Your answers is incomplete, so do write it completely, please.
Guys, always remember, okay? Put your metric number first, then your answers.
All right, I think we've given enough time. So team, do we have the correct answer? Okay, Suhaila Rashidi, 225055 to explore students' activities after 5 p.m. is indeed correct. Congratulations, Suhaida.
Congratulations, Saila.
I really like how competitive our participants are. Thank you to all who have been keeping our lecture session alive. We really appreciate it. Now it's time for another Lex Talk segment. So let's hand over to Afika from Bintulu for slot 3. Go ahead.
Assalamualaikum and a very good day, everyone. Salam Aidil Adha to all our Muslim friends, and I believe it is not too late to wish Selamat Hari Gawai Dayak and Pesta Keamatan to those celebrating. Wishing you a bountiful harvest, long life, good health, and prosperity. My name is Nurul Afika binti Rudi. You may call me Afi. I am a second-year student of Bachelor of Bioindustrial Science, and I am honored to be your host for this short but meaningful session of Lex Talk, titled Lead the Way, How Lex Build Tomorrow's Students, Leaders Today. This year, we are focusing on leadership and excellence. We'll be exploring how the leadership skills and values nurtured through Lex can be applied in both academics as well as extracurricular life. Whether you're a seasoned student leader or just beginning to find your voice, there is something for everyone here today. So joining us are 3 wonderful panelists, each with their own unique stories and insights to share from their own Lex journey. Let us begin by getting to know our panelists, starting from Owen.
All right. Good morning, everyone. My name is Owen Wee Senwen. I'm from Wuka, Sarawak, and my course is Bachelor of Forestry Science, and I'm currently in semester 4.
All right, thank you, Owen. Next, can we hear from Ruth?
Okay, thank you. Hi, everyone. My name is Ruth Malang, and I'm currently taking a Bachelor of Forestry Science semester 4.
All right, and finally, our last panelist.
Okay, good morning, everyone. My name is Divini Satish Kumar. I am from Ipoh, Perak. My course is Bachelor of Forestry Science, and I'm currently in semester 4.
All right, thank you. Now that we are acquainted, let's jump right in. So, as we all know, leadership is more than just holding a title. It is about showing up, taking initiative, and stepping outside of your comfort zone. So, here is a question to all of our panelists for today. Based on the Lex sessions that you have participated in, what would you say is a key takeaway or a valuable lesson you've learned about leadership?
Okay, I will go first.
Sure.
Okay. Through Lex, I developed 2 important leadership skills, which is emotional intelligence and confidence. Emotional intelligence helped me to understand not just my own feeling, but also the feeling of others. This made it easier for me to work in team, listen them better, and support my friends when they feel stressed. By showing care and understanding, I help them to feel more better. At the same time, I also built confidence. Before this, I was too shy to speak because I was afraid of making mistakes. But Lex gave me chance to try step by step. I learned that confidence means trusting yourself even if you don't know everything. These 2 values, being caring and being brave, are now part of how I try to be and grow as a future leader.
All right, thank you very much, Ruth. Emotional intelligence. I do like that word. Okay, what about our other panelists?
So I will take the lead next. So throughout my next journey, two leadership skills have truly taken a root in me, which is one, decision making and also strategic thinking. So for the decision making, Lex put me in a situation where the decision had to be made in fast but fairly also. So I learned to listen, weigh the options, and also act with both logic and also empathy. Eight choices, whether about a task or about the time or teamwork, help me trust my instinct and take the responsibility as a leader. The second skill is strategic thinking. So Lex taught me to look beyond quick fixes and focus on the bigger picture. So I started asking, what's the goal? And how do we get there smartly? So from assigning roles to planning the timelines, I learned to think ahead, prepare backup plans, and also guide the team with a clear vision. So together, these skills changed my leadership skills. That's all. Thank
All
you.
right, thank you very much. So far we have learned two very different sides of what we can learn about leadership. Now I'm curious to hear from Owen.
All right. In terms of the leadership skills that I have learned from Lex, two pop up in my mind, which are adaptability and accountability. For adaptability, in my opinion, all leaders should be able to adjust in changing circumstances, embracing innovation, such as opening up to new ideas, as well as remain flexible in their approach. And as for accountability, all leaders should take responsibility for their actions and the team's performance, regardless of successes and failures. Leaders should set clear expectations and lead by example to their members while stay committed to those members. That's all from me. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much. So adaptability and accountability, I would say, are some of the very important qualities of a leader. Now, I am curious to hear more about emotional intelligence that our panel here have mentioned before. So, Ruth, would you mind sharing with us in what ways has Lex helped improve your emotional intelligence or your ability to understand and connect with others?
Okay, thank you for the question. Through my experience in Lex, I have learned that leadership is not just giving instruction and being in charge. It's about emotional intelligence and understanding people. Before joining Lex, I mainly focused on tasks and result. I didn't think much about emotion side of leadership, but after involved in team activity, I start to realize how important it is to aware not just my own feeling, but others. One moment that really stood up happened during a group project. We were under a lot of pressure to meet a deadline. And I noticed my one teammates, usually very active, had gone quiet. They looked stressed and it fell off. Instead of ignoring it, I talked with them privately. They open up and share what they're feeling of.
It seems that we are encountering a technical problem, but sorry, are we like okay? But fret not, we are here with you. So, Christina, you have taken Lex before, right? So, in your opinion, which Lex you're interested in taking next?
I think maybe Lex have food will travel because I love to eat and I love to try out different types of cuisines.
Wow. How about guys? How about that, guys? Please comment in the chat to suggest any restaurants that you would like Christina to try out soon.
Oh.
Also, Christina, what did you think about the Lex talk just now?
I feel like the moderator just now looks familiar. I've seen her somewhere, I think.
Seen her somewhere.
I think I've seen her somewhere.
I think so too. Yeah, I mean, it's probably the blazer, or it's probably the wind.
That's probably the win. Could be.
But yeah, I definitely have seen her somewhere, especially today.
Especially today. Maybe during the Let's Talk recording.
Okay,
All right.
it's probably the wind.
That's probably the win. Could be.
Project.
But yeah, I definitely
We
have
were
seen her
under
somewhere,
a lot of
especially today.
pressure to make
Especially
that
today.
right.
Maybe during the
And I
Let's
noticed
Talk recording.
my one
Okay,
all right.
teammates, usually very
it's probably the
active,
wind.
That's
had
probably the
gone
win.
to
Could
a
be.
quiet project.
But
They
yeah,
looked
I definitely have
stressed
seen her
under
somewhere,
a lot of
especially
pressure
today.
fell on.
Especially today.
Instead of
Maybe during the
ignoring, and I noticed
Let's
I
Talk recording.
my
Okay,
private
all right.
They usually very active and share what they
That's
had
probably the
gone
win.
to
Could
and
be.
quiet, unsure
But yeah,
about
I definitely have seen her
stress
somewhere,
a lot of
especially
pressure
today.
fell on. By
Especially
listening,
today.
instead of
Maybe during the
ignoring, and I noticed
Let's
I
Talk recording.
my private
Okay, all right.
They usually
Assalamualaikum and a very good day.
Take responsibility for
from Tom Peters. True leader don't create followers, they create more leaders. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Ruth. I really like that sharing session. I think we can all relate to the emotional aspects to some extent. Now, I am curious to hear more about strategic thinking that our other panelists have mentioned before. So, to Devyani, can you describe a situation during Lex where you had to lead a group or make an important decision? And what did that moment teach you? Thank you, moderator, for a wonderful question. Yes, one situation that really stood out in me was during the first week of my Lex. We were given a task to plan a group activity, but the instruction was pretty unclear and everyone had their own opinions. So there was a confusion, a bit of chaos, and there's no clear decision was made that time. So honestly, it was tempting to just go with the flow, but something in me knew that I need to step up. So instead of rushing or controlling the situation, I chose to listen first. I made space for everyone to share their thoughts and to help the group to get a ground. So once I understood all the ideas, I made a decision on how we could move forward to using the opinions and thoughts. So I considered what was realistic, who matched the limit, and how we could use everyone's strength. So that moment wasn't just about making a decision. It was about more to thinking strategically also. I had to look for a bigger picture, weigh the options, and also predict the possible outcomes and guide the team towards a plan that could make some sense also. So it wasn't just about solving a problem quickly. It was about making sure the solution aligned with our goals and our values also. So through that experience, I realized that leadership isn't about being the loudest or the most being dominant. It's about being intentional, clear-minded, and calm under the pressure. So Lex taught me that
real leaders know how to balance the logic with empathy, strategy with teamwork, and also confidence with humility. So that first week, honestly, the moment I stopped seeing myself as a participant and start seeing myself as someone who can lead the group. Yes.
Thank you very much. I think that was a very beautiful way to describe leadership, being intentional and all. Now, I was interested also in the qualities mentioned by Owen before, accountability and adaptability. I think we all are familiar with those words, but I wonder, did those experience ever help you outside of flags? Did you apply it in your academics maybe or your extracurriculars? And how do you think it might benefit your future career?
All right. I can give 2 examples for each of the leadership qualities that I have learned from Lex. For adaptability, during the semester 3, my club, the Footers Club, had no new members added. And not to mention, the recreational weekend was about a month away after returning back from the semester break. So my club leader and the other members adapted to the issue of the low member count by reducing the number of activities of last year, which was 5 to 2. And this adaptation allowed us for our recreational weekend to be revised and was able to be carried out smoothly on that very weekend. And as for accountability, whenever there is no progression made in the teamwork as a leader, leaders should take accountability rather than immediately blaming their team members of having challenges of the teamwork, such as mistakes and procrastination. Instead, leaders should keep updates on their members' work progress. They can hear the opinions of the members on the problems that they face so that everyone in the team can come up with solutions to those problems. And for the future uses, whether I would be a leader of a program, a team project, or even a supervisor in a working environment, I would still definitely utilize these 2 leadership skills. For instance, for adaptability, it would be suitable for situations with unexpected circumstances. And as for accountability, I will be accountable for my own actions as well as my team's performance. If anything happens to my members' work. That is all from me. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much. I think unexpected changes are inevitable in any program planning and all, but I am glad that you have managed to overcome that situation. So now that we've heard from all of our panelists, I think it is very fascinating to see how varied each of our experiences has been. I think we can agree that Lex really offers something different to each and every one of us, and that is what makes it such a meaningful platform. As for myself, being a part of the College Representative Council, I think you can say that I am not a stranger to leadership responsibilities. However, I still find myself learning from the lessons that I have acquired from Lex. To continue, it supports me in my own organizational work, especially when it comes to collaboration, communications, as well as decision making. Now, with that, I think we are nearing the end of our Lex session today. So thank you so much to all of our panelists for sharing your genuine experiences and thoughtful reflections. As we've heard today, leadership is not about being perfect. It is about willing to learn, to lead by example, and to stay committed to growth. Whether you lead through action, support, or quiet persistence, Your voice matters. With that, we'll wrap up this Lax Talk session. Keep leading the way, and thank you everyone for being here.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you.
And we're back. Thank you, Afika. One final round to go. Who's still with us? Raise your hand using the hand emoji in the chat if you're ready to finish strong.
Yes, let's give it everything we've got. This is
Round 3. All right, question 5. Which Lax activity requires students to enjoy a karaoke session and share how the songs resonated with them? Once more, which Lax activity requires students to enjoy a karaoke session and share how the songs resonated with them? Your metric number followed by your answer in the chat. Let's go. All right, I believe the answer will be Lex 2025. What do you think, Danya?
I don't think so. Could be Lex 2005.
Is that so? Or that Lex 2005 referred to another type of Lex?
Might be. But looks like it's taking some time for people to answer this one. Is it a difficult question?
Nah, it's not that kind of difficult. Okay, looks like we have some comments there. So let's see. Oh, Ezra said karaoke. Is that the correct one?
No, we're actually asking for Lex activity. So look at Fatin Nur Amira's answer. She said it's Lex 2005.
Ooh, but is that the correct one?
Come on, guys. What's the answer? Type in your matrix number and the answer. Let's go.
I just see all the matrix number, but not the answer. Don't forget to type your answer too, okay? Not just your metric number.
Yes, and you can win 30 ringgit Malaysia worth of goods.
30 ringgits, that's a lot of money. I can buy 3 Zeus coffee in one time. Okay, looks like we have our winner. Actually, Fatin Nur Amira 1214114 with the answer Lex 2005. Yes, Fatin Nur Amira is spot on. Well done.
Great job, Fatin Nur Amira. 214114. Good job. Two others, do not give up just yet. We still have one final question for this one final round. Okay, so everyone, fingers at the ready. Question 6. Which Lex activity requires to create meaningful art projects based on creative language use? Let me repeat. Which Lex activity requires students to create meaningful art projects based on creative language use? As usual, type in your matrix number followed by your answers now.
Guys, always remember your metric number first, not your answer. Your metric number first, then your answer. No metric number, no selection. Okay, I would like to guess what will be the answer.
Okay, go ahead, Harith. What is it? What do you think? Which Lex?
I believe it's Lex 2032. What do you think, Danya?
Good guess, good guess. Keep on guessing, because I guess that's wrong.
Oh my God. So that's one is wrong? Oh.
Okay. A. Salahuddin said it's Lex 2047. Okay, who's this?
Nah, that's wrong.
Let's be gentle here, Harith, okay? Han Aisha said Lex 2009, and that is indeed correct. So congratulations to Han Aisha 223487.
Congratulations to all winners. Amazing speed. Again, all 6 Lex Trivia winners will be contacted via email regarding the prizes. Thank you to all participants for being a good sport. We could not have done this without your support.
Well, that is the end of Lex Trivia, and you've been such a fun and fantastic crowd. Thank you very much. Let's give ourselves one more round of applause. Drop those trophy, clapping hands, and confetti emojis in the chat to show our participation and celebrate our achievements.
Let's light up a bit. Can we see some confettis, some trophies, some clapping hands before we close, before we say goodbye? Ladies and gentlemen, with that, I am Harith.
And I am Danya.
Signing off.
Bye.
Bye. Over to you, our main MCs, Christina and Elisa, for the prize giving and closing ceremony.
Wow. I would have to say that both the Lex Talk and Lex Trivia have truly made today's program very eventful. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we are almost at the end of our event today. We will have our most awaited session, which is the prize giving ceremony.
Oh, I'm so excited, Elisa. Remind me, what are the prizes we are giving away again?
Well, Christina, I cannot spill all the details, but what I can share is that they will back interesting prizes worth 30 ringgit. Now, let's announce the winners for the main competition. For your information, there are 5 main competitions for today. The competition involves Lex 2007 Get Groomed, Lex 2009 Language Arts, Lex 2011 My Comic Strip, Lex 2019 DIY Project, and Create New Lex Competition.
Wow, that's quite a lot, and quite a lot of lucky winners too. So, are you one of the lucky winners? Let's find out.
The first competition is Lex 2007 Get Groomed, and we have 3 winners. For your information, in Lex 2007 Get Groomed, students are to plan and record grooming instruction videos with each using different themes or situations. So without any further delay, let's announce their Lex groups and names.
The third place winner is Group 30. Congratulations, Group 30. Looking very stylish, I see.
Now, the second place winner is Group 45. Congratulations, Group 45, using a relatable storyline to share grooming tips for a business meeting.
A very creative take, I would say.
I'm super happy for you guys, and if I were the winner myself, I definitely cannot wait to open those prizes. Now, the first place goes to Group 12. Well done, Group 12, with their motto, Dress to Impress, showcasing confidence through how they dress themselves and making lasting impressions on their first days. All right, now let's announce the winner for the next competition, which is Lex 2009 Language Art.
In Lex 2009 Language Art, on the other hand, requires the students to produce creative pieces using adages, proverbs, and also idioms in English. The third place winner is from Group 11.
They created greeting cards that serves as a reminder to begin the day with a beautiful mindset. Good job. So, next, the second place goes to Group 22, a lovely origami tulip that presents strength and confidence.
Congratulations. And finally, the champion of LEX 2009 Language Art is Group 18. Congratulations to Group 18. What a creative take on interpreting language.
Now, the next competition is LEX 2011 My Comic Strip.
The third place winner is Group 28, highlighting the magic of thank you, creating a ripple effect of kindness.
Excellent work, guys. Next, the second place goes to Group 31, a reminder by Mask Defender to wear masks and maintain hygiene to protect public health from Germzilla.
Congratulations! And finally, the champion of LEX 2011 My Comic Strip is Group 47. Congratulations to Group 47. Through your art, you reminded us that protecting the environment is a responsibility shared across generations. Well done.
Moving on, we have the winners of LEX 2019 DIY project. Let's announce the winners for this LEX activity.
The third place winner is from Group 26. Congratulations, Muhammad Iman and Muhammad Fakrul.
And the second place winner is from Group 201. Well done, Marina and Flora.
Wow. Now, I wonder which group is the first place winner. Finally, the first place winner of LEX 2019 DIY project goes to Group 20. Well done, Iti Fadila and Natasha Alia.
These winners have created some very creative projects. No wonder you guys are winners. Even I would not have thought of that.
Finally, last but not least, let's announce the winners for the last competition, which is Create New LEX competition.
For your information, everyone, CALC organizes this competition every year where the students can propose a new LEX activity that they would love to enroll.
Yes, Alisa, you could turn your hobby or any activity of your liking that involves the English language into a new LEX activity.
Yes, imagine my hobby being turned into a LEX activity that I can enroll in. That'll be so much fun.
Exactly.
So let's announce the winners of Create New LEX competition. The third place winner is Nur Sakina binti Muhammad Isa, who created a LEX activity called Talk It Out Student Voices.
Great job! It is an incredibly thoughtful and heartfelt LEX there. Now, I wonder what we will have in store. Next, the second place goes to Farah Hazikah binti Hussein with her proposed LEX activity, Globe Trotter Challenge.
Congratulations, Farah! I am very curious about what trotting the globe will pose as a challenge for the students soon.
Finally, the champion of Create New LEX competition is Siti Nur Nabilah binti Abu Haris, who created the LEX activity called Mystery Solver Club. Congratulations to Siti Nur Nabilah. A job well done to those who have participated for the efforts that you have put in while participating in these competitions. Great work, guys.
Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, before we end, we would like to invite the program director, Puan Nurbaiti, to give her closing speech.
Thank you, lovely MCs. Honorable guests, ladies and gentlemen. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and warm greetings. As we draw the curtains on LEX Day 2025, I stand here filled with a deep sense of pride, gratitude, and joy. Today has been nothing short of inspiring, a celebration of language, creativity, collaboration, and above all, the incredible potential that lies within each and every one of our students. LEX has always been more than just a series of tasks or assessments. It's a journey of discovery, confidence building, and self-expressions. And today, we witness how our students brought that journey to life through engaging presentations, insightful showcase of products and posters, and spirited teamwork. I'd like to take this opportunity to thank all our students for their contributions and participations, and to congratulate all the winners. I would also like to express a heartfelt gratitude to the organizing committee for their hard work, creativity, and dedication to make today's event a success. Let us leave today not just with the memory of fun, but with a renewed appreciations for the role of language in shaping confident, articulated, and well-rounded individuals. May the spirit of LEX continue to grow, evolve, and empower more students in the years to come. On behalf of the organizing team, I thank you once again for making LEX Day 2025 a success. May we continue to support each other in the pursuit of knowledge, creativity, and excellence. Thank you, and see you again next year.
Thank you, Puan Siti Nurbaiti, for the speech. As the saying goes, to every beginning there is an ending. And now, the ceremony has come to an end.
Before we bid our goodbyes, I would like to ask everyone in our session today to switch on your cameras for a short photography session.